Hi, I'm Berta.
And I'm Tina.
And we are
the Good Grief Girlies.
Today's episode 4, and we are talking about bargaining.
Mm-hmm. Not bargaining shopping,
Mm-mm.
although I do love it.
Mm-hmm.
Bargaining is the third stage of grief.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
And that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
So just want to start off, obviously, the thing, we're not licensed, we're not therapists.
Mm-mm.
Everything we say is just kind of opinion and like research based.
Yeah.
So
take it as you will.
Yes.
We're going to light our candle. And today's kind of a crazy day. I'm going to be lighting this candle thinking about my dad. So a little bit about me. My dad died 5 years ago today. So he died according to his autopsy today, but he wasn't found until the 4th. So the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of April are very weird.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like float along and work and just try not to think. Yeah. So today's been rough. The next day is going to be rough, and then the next day is going to be rough, and then the days after that it's going to be rough, and then hopefully I can get back into it.
Yeah. Then you persevere.
This is for Dad.
For Daddy-O.
Yeah. Papa Alice. So now we're going to get into episode 4.
So basically bargaining is the like what ifs, if only I did this step of the grief process. Kind of like a lot of people end up feeling like shame or just feeling they just didn't do enough.
Right.
A lot of this I feel like is self-centered, not so much like it's like self-shame, everything like that. It's
yes.
Like, I could have been doing more. I could have stopped them. I could have done things differently, or things like that. I should have checked in more. I should have run to the doctor.
Yeah, beating yourself.
I should have fought for them, like advocated for them more. Shame spiral, which causes a lot of anxiety,
hopelessness, punishing yourself.
Well, yeah, my brain is fine.
Yeah, because then when you're bargaining, you forget that you're not bargaining with anything but yourself, basically, to be okay.
Yeah. Or
you know what I mean?
Like a higher power.
Right.
Like a God.
Like how, if I stop drinking, X, Y, and Z, or
like I'll stop doing this if only I could have them back. Like I would give up everything, or
Oh man.
Yeah.
So rough. And then I feel like in the worst end of bargaining is when people take their own lives.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So crazy to be with their loved one.
I know.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
That's a whole.
Yeah,
that's a whole lot. Yeah.
Which is it does. Yeah. I think on the opposite side of that, when people have loved each other for so long and then someone passes away and then the other person dies hours later. Oh, that's the only time it's beautiful.
It's like a beautiful
full circle.
So
okay, sorry.
It's so cute. It's never obviously death's never cute, but
but two soulmates, yeah, that's cute.
Yeah.
Oh man. So bargaining comes in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
In grief, typically it's negative.
Yeah, always.
But as you start going through and healing and processing, the negativity can shift to a positive light rather than being like, if only I had done this.
Yeah.
You can shift it to, I'm going to live like this now because of.
Yeah, I feel like with going through the bargaining of grief and stuff, it's made me check in with people more.
Definitely.
And I'm always I need to make sure they're okay, constantly checking in on each other.
Right.
Over it.
I think, because that's super important, because then you start self-sabotaging sometimes in the bargaining phase too, because you're like, I need to do this, I need to do this. You can totally work yourself into a frenzy too, trying to avoid your feelings.
For sure.
When bargaining is supposed to be a way to find hope, basically.
Yeah, essentially. But little touch on that. It was kind of funny, how I was saying that made me check in with people more and kind of freak out a little bit.
Oh no!
No. So, I was talking to Anthony the other day about checking in with his mom every day,
right?
As one does, as we should. And he was just I'm not gonna do that. She doesn't want that. And I was like, okay, that's what I would want, and then like whatever. And so then we were over there, and he was like, "Hey, mom, I just know we talked about this earlier, but like, I just want you to say it in front of Tina. Do you want me to text you every day to make sure you're okay?" And she was like, "No, don't do that." Like, oh, okay. We're built differently.
Yeah, that's what I want.
That's what
Make
I want.
sure you do that for me.
I know, for
No,
sure.
that's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's different.
P.S. Anthony's my boyfriend or fiance, whatever. Life partner. Life partner. My life partner. I know.
No,
Yeah.
that's and his dad just died.
Yes.
Like less than a month ago.
Yeah, it was a little over a month after. Yeah.
It seems that Tina and I always have grief circulating very closely
Always.
to us.
Literally.
And I think as you get older, that just is the reality of life.
Oh,
You don't
for
think
sure.
it. You don't think about it when you're 20. Obviously,
know.
you don't think about it as a teenager. If you are, I'm so sorry. Your life is way too heavy for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really until you're in your late 20s, 30s where you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, like everyone's dying. We're at that age where it's just like classmates,
Yeah.
friends, family, like.
Well, yeah, because at first it was like drug overdoses.
Yeah.
And now it's like actual like illnesses.
Yeah.
Cancer,
Yeah.
like crazy shit.
Yeah. It's all sorts.
And then bargaining gets weird too because you can start bargaining with yourself because you're afraid of X, Y, and Z watching other people go through things.
Yeah.
And you just gotta live.
Yeah.
You just gotta flow.
I kind of think that's how like maybe like religion got its like thing was like, oh yeah, like you're like go pray to God every day so that like your loved ones don't die. Like good things will happen to you if you pray every day.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, also they're gonna die.
Everybody's gonna die.
No, yeah. But it's like good things will happen to you if
If
you.
you-
It's just like
right.
I think.
Well, that's like the same thing as if you're like be positive every day and
Yeah.
be a positive person and positivity will follow you everywhere. It's kind of like if you're manifesting great things,
Yeah.
how could they not?
Yeah. No, for sure.
But then that's my take on religion.
Yeah. No,
Everybody can. I think that it's beautiful that everyone believes their own thing, and I think everyone should think it's beautiful.
Yeah. Just don't go crazy with it. Don't be.
No,
Don't use it to be a dick.
The current state of our world
Yeah.
is a prime example of what not to do.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
All right, so we kind of wanted to jump into a couple different situations where bargaining comes into play and grief, but not people dying. So grief over losing a relationship with somebody and feeling like you have to like bargain with yourself of like what if I really love this person but I don't like what they stand for, so like my values are now in question. I don't feel right when I'm around them even though I love them and I've known them for so long. There's a bargaining that comes into that because it's like how much am I willing to take that I disagree with and how much do I love you? Do they weigh or do they not? Because if they don't weigh, then
you're out of here.
And it's sad, but it has to be done.
Yeah, I've dropped many friends, even this past year.
Yeah,
like just over things.
Yeah, I guess in the past year.
I wouldn't say friends. Friends, I'm using
loosely. Yeah, so it's like a deep relationship.
Yeah,
where you really have to like okay,
high school friends and things.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, we've been friends since kindergarten. But like, oh.
You're trash.
You're shitty. Okay,
I've realized it and I don't like you.
Yeah.
And that's hard.
Yeah.
Because you have all these memories and laughs and you'll think of them but sometimes you have to clean up your I don't know, what would you call
like your mental space? Like for me it was like cleaning up like my social media space.
Ooh,
like I don't want to go on social media every day and just see this like nonsense being posted. I'm like I'm unfollowing everyone that posts any sort of nonsense, but I'm done with that. I can't.
Right, and so then you're like, okay, I'm losing the friendship, but I'm also cleaning my mind and my space.
Yeah,
so
like
it's worth it.
It's ruining my life.
Yeah, girl, don't I know it? For sure.
I literally went on like, I feel like I told you this. I like maybe 6 months ago, I went on to like everyone's like Instagram pages. Like it was like.
Oh, to like see
like
who they are.
I was like, who's following Donald Trump? Who's following JD Vance? Who's following Charlie Kirk? who's following.
Oh, you went to their profiles to
pages
see
to
your
make it
recent
easier.
friends.
So be like, who are my friends? Because it says like followed by so and so and like 16 others.
Yeah. All done.
Delete. I deleted everyone that was following any of these pages.
That's amazing.
I
That's smart.
I didn't give a shit who they were.
No, because at this point you gotta protect your sanity. It doesn't matter. It could be an allergy page. It could be anything. It's not. We're not making this a political podcast right now. We're just saying that
we're just very. Well, I am. I'm extremely political.
I am in my own private.
Yes.
But not on a podcast.
Yes.
This is part of my private life.
Yes,
but we want to make it friendly for everybody. We are a friendly, safe zone for everyone.
Yes, Bird is a safe zone. I feel like most people that go on the internet and they're like, I'm just apolitical. I'm just like,
no, I'm not apolitical.
No,
there's no way.
No. Trust me, Berta would not be my friend.
No. I used to bartend though, so like the line of politics and like I'll give you an example. Last night I work at a diner and I had 5 people walk in with very strongly opinionated politics all over their bodies, and I had to wait on them, and I had to be professional, and I had to be kind, and it was really, really difficult because a lot of their mannerisms and how they were treating me was very inappropriate and creepy and weird, and I know I could have been like, you're being creepy and weird, I don't like that, but then it would have caused a scene, so it's really just kill them with kindness when you're working, and I feel like when we're podcasting, it's sort of like work. Yeah. So if you catch me like out in the world, I will definitely talk politics. Another area where you could experience bargaining and grief would be losing a job or having to quit a job because things have changed, management have changed. Yeah. You loved it, but it's not working anymore, or you need to move on, or
and it's like that's kind of like where like the what if only kind of comes in. It's just like, well, like if these things change in the future, then like I can stay, and, like,
or maybe I'll come back.
Yeah, like these things will, if I can fight to have these things, whatever, and it's just like. It's either going to happen or it's not, right? And most times it doesn't because corporate America and such.
It's very rare. Usually it's like a mom and pop place that will hear you and maybe implement some of the changes. Because that happened too, and that's awesome. And those are always the places where it's the saddest to leave.
I know. You really build a family with them.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Right, and that's hard. I worked at a country club and I loved it. I loved it so much. And management changed and I had to quit because it just wasn't. We were not compatible, and it's so sad. I probably would have been Mrs. Country Club, but at this point, but that's not how it.
I feel like that's how I felt with. I mean, I guess kind of David's Bridal.
Like, I love that job. You excelled at it.
No, when I went there the other day, they were like, you want to come back? And I was like, if it wasn't like a 45-minute drive, I would for sure work weekends.
If it was a 20-minute, 15-minute drive. Easy.
Yeah, but like that was literally my favorite job ever.
Maybe someday you'll have like your work at a festival, beautiful dress, specialty.
That's what I want. I want to sell wedding gowns to ladies and non-binary.
Selling, or just not even a wedding gown, just all gowns.
Yes, all
gowns.
Even the prom was fun. It was all these like teenage girls like getting ready for prom, and you look so cute.
So it's sad.
That was
clearly if you're not happy she was working there.
Yeah. It was really, even when I went there like recently, I was just like,
just
I'm so sad.
Yeah.
I miss you.
And I even like when you said job, like even if you do go back, it's never the same.
No, it would never be the same.
Never. So it's kind of like one of those things you have to just the what ifs. You still just have to be like,
even
okay.
Like when I was cleaning, it was kind of like the husband and wife like were divorcing, like, messy. And it was just so messy, and like it was just too much.
Emotions.
It was all too much, and so basically it was just the same thing. It was like management was just no more. We can't do it.
No,
it was just going to a place where it just wasn't gonna be good anymore.
And you can feel it when you love a job so much. You can feel it eating away at your soul.
Shifted hard. Hard.
Oh, it's so rough.
I know.
And then it's so great, like. You came to the Irish pub I worked at. I used to work in an Irish pub, and I still have family to this day from that place. We are a close-knit group, and it closed in 2021. So we worked there. I worked there for 4 years. Some people have worked there for like 10. And that was devastating because the only reason why it closed was COVID, shut down the world. And then the people who owned the restaurant didn't own the building. So the people who own the building wanted the people who own the restaurant to keep paying like crazy amounts of money, and they were like, no. So they just came in and changed the locks, and the restaurant never opened.
Cool. No, you were so close with that place that like even I was close knit with the coworkers.
Like could walk in and everybody knew everybody.
Yeah.
And like I've gone to their weddings, we're all still friends.
I went to
You
Ireland.
know-
I didn't come to the wedding, but I went to Ireland.
Yeah, you did come to Ireland with me for the wedding. No, it's just so, and that is still, I think that's one of the few places that if it were to reopen and all the same people were to go back and work there, I would do like a weekend, not a whole life. Like it would not. We're all different people.
It wouldn't be the same.
It wouldn't be the same.
It wouldn't be the same. Everyone's gonna be like, I'm not doing. I can't do a whole life here.
Yeah, that's true. Like one night and one night only.
Yeah.
Old re-raw.
Sad.
So sad.
Yeah, but
that's we wanted to kind of talk about different avenues of bargaining and grief that aren't just people passing or your pets dying. Another one that I found was physical abilities, like when you're really sick and you're like, wow, I took being able to talk for granted.
Oh my god.
Or
if I have a sore throat, I'm like, I will do anything to get rid of this sore throat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm chugging tea.
What-ifs.
I'm doing the what-ifs. I will literally do anything.
Yeah.
No, literally just like stupid shit like that. You start like literally bargaining, being like, please, like, I don't want this sore throat anymore.
No,
or, like,
don't ruinate for too long.
That's such a good word.
Yeah.
Don't sit there.
Yeah, like I'm just picturing like meat sitting in marinade for too long. Like do not do.
That's disgusting. That's literally the last thing I want to picture. Big old
Your
hunk of
feelings
meat.
are the meat and the you're the meat, you're the thing, and the feelings are the marinade. And you don't want to. I mean, usually that would be yummy on the grill, but no.
Me over here like, no. I can't relate.
Or okay, pineapple.
No.
Thing marinated.
Yeah.
If you want to leave it too long.
Yeah, I guess all nasty.
No. You don't want to be nasty and slimy.
I'm about to say slur.
What do you think bargaining is?
I was gonna say. So I feel like bargaining is one of those ones where it kind of sticks with you forever.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm definitely in the category of I obsess a little bit over it because I feel like with my mom, it's one that I circle back to constantly.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a child.
Yeah.
Like I mean, you were like very bonded though. Like you were close with your mom.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, it's the what ifs and the like bargaining of the like I'll do better, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, and then the what did we say before, the like just like self-sabotaging almost, like you're feeling you're not good enough.
Oh yeah.
Like shame.
Totally.
Yeah. So I feel like people are always like, oh my god, you were so good to your mom, like you helped her out so much, yada yada yada.
You were the best daughter.
Yeah.
And you're like, I was
so many people say that to me, and I just want to be like, why she dead then?
Oh.
No, literally though. Like people say that, and I'm just like, I'm literally the worst daughter imaginable.
Yeah.
Like I didn't go see her nearly as much as I could have or should have. Which like I saw her all the time.
Yeah. You lived in the same house.
But it's like
Well.
No, I know.
Anyway. Not enough. See, never enough time.
No, but
never
like it's just one of those things. I'm like, oh, I could have like not. I could have stayed home more.
Right.
I could have like
eaten
not
dinner with her more times.
Not. I do that literally all the fucking time. A lot of times, like I would just like leave and go have dinner with like
other random people.
Yeah.
Just home alone.
Yeah. Stop.
No, dude. My dad, literally the same. It's literally the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Like, if I wanted to, I could dive headlong right into the grief pool and be lost in the abyss.
Yeah.
And sometimes if it, in a weird, fucked up way, it feels really good
Oh my god.
to hurt yourself over
What is
the emotion. It's because you start to feel close to the person again because
I know.
those heightened, like, our life was very tumultuous when we were teenagers. I think that's probably very similar in every household.
Yeah.
Like parents, divorced, teenagers,
Yeah.
turmoil.
Psychotic.
Yeah. And there's so many things that I said to my dad that I wish I could take back, like in anger.
Yes.
and
Oh my god, yeah.
in stupidity.
Yeah.
And
There's nothing wrong with
it
me.
really makes the what ifs for me be like, or the if onlys, like when I have kids, I want to talk this way to them so that like they kind of understand where I'm at, so they don't speak to me in anger. Like sort of like a weird. It becomes this weird spiraling thing of like I can be better. I want to do better because I never want to feel like this again. I don't want my kids to feel like this. I don't want to like it's like, oh
Yeah.
And after Dad died, I was like, I'm never having kids.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to feel like this. I will never have children. And now I'm trying to have a baby. So
No, I definitely feel that. I was definitely like, I never would want to force someone to go through this.
yes.
And I stuck to it.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
No,
like
no. Yeah.
It's like the partner you're with, like
Yeah,
I'm with now. Like
I never wanted to have kids.
No, yeah,
life,
this is
but-
the people I was
Yeah.
with before my husband were garbage trash. So
Garbage.
I never want to have a child with them.
Boo.
Yeah, boo.
Boo.
But the circulating what ifs of
Oh my
people who have
God,
passed, it's just insane.
Yeah.
But it does make me like, my dad struggled with a lot of health issues, and he was the most positive person in the whole wide world.
Same. Yeah, I was like so
So
positive.
positive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, okay, if they can do that through
No.
everything they're going through, the least I can do is make it through this day.
Yeah.
The least I
minimum.
can do is,
Yeah.
this is for you. Like, on my worst days, I do it for them.
Mhm.
So in a way, I'm gonna cry. So in a way, like, that bargaining, like, helps because it pushes me to be better.
Yeah.
It pushes me not to give up. For sometimes them, not even for myself. Because, like, I do want to live life and have a great life.
Mm-hmm.
But the heavy grief is so all-consuming.
It is.
And sometimes there's just a day where I won't leave my house, and all I'll talk to is like you and my brother and sister and my mom and Nick, and it's like, do not try to reach me.
Yeah.
Do not try to come to my door. Nothing. I'm gonna lay on my couch, and that's one of the parts in grief that like we should talk about.
I know.
Because it's been 5 years. It feels like yesterday.
I know it's
like that's crazy. You were one of the first people I called. We've talked about this in a previous podcast. Like, you've been with me the whole way.
See, I
It's
feel
so good. And my dad loved Tina. Like, my friends knew my dad and my mom. Like, my parents are very much part of my whole circle. Like, we're having parties at my dad's house. People are doing drugs in front of my dad.
Like, just telling you how to do drugs in front of your dad.
Right. Like, it's not like they approved, but they were there. Like, they are very much part of my friends' lives. And Tina's mom, I knew her really well. Like, I think it's so important. Yeah, it's so important that your friends love your parents just as much, or your people just as much as you do, because then when you're grieving, they can grieve with you.
They get it. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah,
It's not just like some person that they're like, oh, that must have been great. No, they knew them and laughed with them and hugged them. It makes it a little bit better.
Obviously, this like over obsessive thinking, bargaining, the what ifs, you can kind of get trapped in it.
Yes.
And just it become like obsessive. And it could definitely become problematic.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it gets to a point where you're just like,
if you can't function,
all you can think about is being like, what if I did this? You're just like going, going through
sadness,
sadness, all that.
Just can't stop thinking about memories. Like, I want to do this over, like playing those pictures over and over and over, and is not.
Yeah, which I feel like happens a lot of times. Like, you're laying in bed, and you're just like about to go to bed, and you're like, that thing's 17 years.
But I feel like you relive the worst moments.
Yes.
So that you relive the best moments when you're all happy and laughing, because the bad moments, there's literally nothing you're gonna get from them.
Yeah, no, for sure. Sometimes it happens, but I feel like I'm like, my mind is strong enough at this point where I can pull myself out and be like, how did I get here?
Mm-hmm. Totally.
What's happening?
Totally.
No. Circle back to the other thing that was happier.
Agreed.
Yeah. So obviously that's, at that point you would need someone that's like a therapist or like a counselor.
If it feels too heavy for you, always seek help.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what we did. It was too heavy for us.
No, yeah. I could not like think correctly.
No, me neither. Hard to cope, super anxious, or just
Always.
Angry.
Yeah.
Just
all
not,
the time.
Yeah. And it does become obsessive because you can start obsessing over other stuff. Like, if you are like creating certain patterns for yourself to try to like feel more in control, you can become like obsessive with what you eat, or obsessive about exercise, or obsessive about how much you're sleeping. Like those are 3 things that you can control. And when you feel out of control, I remember being very obsessive with food and consumption when Mike passed, because it was one of the few things like I can control food, what I eat.
Yes.
You know, just like a weird. Not in the
Yeah.
moment, you're not even understanding what's going on, but it's like I feel so out of control that I'm gonna control this one thing.
I don't think I had anything like that. I
No.
mean, it wasn't conscious to me.
No, I became
didn't.
obsessive.
Yeah.
I'm glad
That
I
makes
did.
sense.
Yeah, but if you do become obsessive after like, I'd say like a month of someone dying, then definitely seek help.
Seek help for sure. Yeah. So I guess there's something called prolonged grief disorder, and 7% of bereaved people experience it.
Yeah,
which is like, that's a lot.
It's kind of high. Like
Yeah.
I mean, 100% of people experience death.
Yeah. Right.
And
100%.
so at some point, like 93% of people don't experience what is it called? Prolonged grief disorder. So 7% is pretty high.
Yeah. No, that's crazy.
Definitely. Like that's and then there you have these people out here in the world like so upset, so hopeless, bargaining with themselves, and then they can't accurately contribute to society because they can't even help themselves.
Right.
So then they're out here in pain, hurting others, and just hurting themselves. That's why we have this podcast.
Right.
Because we don't want that.
Yeah. Yeah, instead of being like, oh, well, I had this badness happen to me, so I'm just going to be the worst to everyone else about it. And like,
that's the opposite way of handling grief.
Yeah.
Don't be like, the world's so terrible to me, so I can be terrible to everybody.
Yeah, that's not.
You're calling towards you more negativity than you could ever believe you could receive.
Yeah.
You're going to curse yourself.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
No, absolutely not.
No. And if you are feeling like you're having prolonged grief, get a therapist. Talk to somebody. Call somebody. There's hotlines. We can put a whole bunch down below.
That's a suicide hotline.
But that's still, like, if you're
help
feeling that push, like, or they can direct you to a different, like, less intense hotline.
Yeah, there's so many groups out there. There's, like, widowers groups, you know, like, children who've lost their family, their parents.
Go to your local community center.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's information there, or someone who has information that can get you in the right place. Community centers are, seriously, as I become older, as an adult, I'm like, the community center!
Community center!
Billboard. Like, I'm so into it. It's so great!
I love it.
Yeah.
No, for real.
It's great. That's the hub.
There's so many resources.
I don't want it to be Facebook. I want it to be the actual physical community center.
Yes, no, literally. Yeah. And, like, some insurances will cover therapy and stuff, so like definitely look into your insurance too.
And if you're like, I am so depressed and they won't cover it, go to your PCP and say, hey, my insurance will not cover therapy. I need you to write me a note that says I need therapy.
Yeah.
And then talk about it, and they'll probably be like, oh shoot, you might benefit from therapy. And with a doctor's note, typically you will have it covered. Yeah. Typically. Or half or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You won't be all out of pocket.
Your insurance will take you more seriously if you get a note from your PCP.
Yeah. And I know like some sites. What's that site that's like they take insurance? I forgot what it's called.
It was like that big one, right? That you can like video chat for therapy.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called, but I know what you're talking about. There's a lot of resources if you're looking for it. Yeah. It just takes looking a little bit. It's not going to be there waiting for you to find. Mm-hmm. You have to go find it.
And like I basically how I found my therapist was like, so you know how I use Amazon to like shop for things. Like I find the item I want on Amazon and then I go to the
real website.
The real website replace. But I did that with BetterHelp because BetterHelp is also shit. Found my therapist on BetterHelp. We chatted for a couple bits. Made sure it was like a good fit, and then we just fucked off. And
do her own personal.
Own personal.
Nice. Kind of like Airbnb. If the people like you, they're not like, this Airbnb, just message me privately.
Yeah, no, literally.
No, that's cool. That's good.
Yeah.
Less fees.
For sure, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, there's so much help out there. And I feel like getting a therapist is like so taboo, but like it's really not.
It's not
anymore.
That's
like,
silly.
It's 2026.
Yeah.
It's been like proven that like therapy works.
And like, you're paying somebody to hype you up.
Yeah. I know. Who wouldn't want that?
No, you feel good after.
Yeah.
And that's a good way we can segue into coping
Yes.
with bargaining. Because therapy will open the doors to a whole new toolbox that you never knew existed. But if you don't want to go to therapy, there are a whole bunch of different ways you can try to like work through stuff alone. Journaling was a huge one for me. Or
Yeah.
just writing down feelings, not even reading it, sometimes just throwing it away. Like
Yeah.
feeling such intense emotion.
I did that a lot. I just write shit down. I didn't burn anything.
No, either way, like it's so important. I don't think people physically write anymore. And
Yeah.
it is a release. It's a
Yes.
physical release
Physically
from
writing
your
is a
body.
release.
Yeah. And then it's like out on the paper and sometimes you're like, that's so silly. Written on paper it seems so less intense.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, and then what's another one? Talking to loved ones.
Yeah.
Talking to people who love you, relate to you, even if they don't understand, it's a safe place.
Yeah. Well, for sure. And like whenever I'm spiraling, I can just like talk to whoever,
Yeah.
my close peeps.
I have like 10 people I can call.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
If one person doesn't answer, nine other people.
9 more to go.
Yeah. Like that's
Yeah.
I feel truly blessed for that.
Blessings.
Another is like shifting, I think I said this earlier, shifting your focus from what you can't control to what you can control. And then you'll realize how much you actually can control, which is literally everything.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, can't get too crazy with
Yeah.
it, but like, you control your life that you're living.
Yeah.
And the emotions you feel. Hopefully.
For the most part. Yes.
It feels out of control, but.
Yeah, focus on things you can control. Isn't that a thing with that's like one of the steps in alcohol.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, like AA?
Grant me the serenity of the things I can't control. No, that I can control, and something of the one like protect me.
If someone knows, plug it so we can learn.
Yes.
Please, that would be cool. I would actually like to know.
Would love that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Me like trying to pull the depths of my brain. Like,
have you ever been in AA?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just like they do it a lot on Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, gotcha.
Because like everyone in that show is like fucking NA.
Oh, okay.
So like they say it a lot. But no, I feel like
no, that sounds familiar.
And like I feel like a lot of shows like but it's all like it's the real steps.
Yeah.
School.
Oh man.
Just learning from TV.
I feel like another huge one was breathing. Just literally simply breathing.
Yeah.
Hyperventilating is very real when you're in intense grief. Did that happen to you?
Yeah, like panic attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like crying so much, not being able to breathe, and then getting frustrated, and then crying more, and then not being able to breathe, and
just saying that made me feel like I was having trouble breathing. Like,
oh my god.
Like, okay, I can breathe. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a good one to just like bring yourself back to your body.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, no. Panic attacks are fucking scary. I had one at Mike's wake.
Jesus Christ, really?
Yeah, like so remember we all got to walk in early and go see him before it started?
I was late.
Okay.
Because my boyfriend at the time was the living worst. That's the only reason why I was late. Ridiculous. It's okay.
Well, fine. Yeah, we went in a little early, got to look at him prior to it starting. And like I think I just like as soon as I walked up to him I just like
well, an open casket too is like
oh my
a whole
God,
different I would bargain to not see that.
Yeah. No, I
will never have an open casket.
And never look.
Hear me now. Yeah. Don't do it.
Okay.
Or if you do, leave me sunken and dead looking. Don't try to make me look alive.
Ugh.
It's weird. It's weird.
I don't know if that would like that.
Mummifying.
Ooh. Yes.
Okay, sarcophagus.
Yes.
Put Bayard's face over my face. Bargaining with your pets too. I'm just gonna put this in really, really quick. I've had so many instances where it's like I would do anything to have my dog be alive again. Like I would, like crazy shit. Like I'll be driving home late, really sad and emotional. And it's like I would fucking.
I would lose a
I
pinky toe.
I would smash my car into this wall if my dog would be alive. Like,
Oh my
crazy
God.
shit. Like, obviously I'm sane, and I know that none of those things would bring
Yeah.
my dog back.
I know.
But if I was crazy, I could convince myself that I could do something and my dog would come back because I want him that bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Look at that.
But fuck.
Yeah. I get that for sure.
It's so sad.
I know. I felt that a lot with like Daisy. I was like, I should have just stayed home and done nothing for the
Yeah,
50 years of my life.
I know.
It's like,
literally,
obviously
I
you
was
can't do
like,
that.
I was like shocked, and I was like, I should have brought him every single day, but he did. He was such a
He just barked and
yeah.
barked.
He wanted my attention
Yeah. He was,
constantly. I would not be able to work, and that's why he didn't come. And
Yeah.
and it's like I'm beating myself up for
I know.
something rationally that I know
Yeah.
wouldn't have made sense. Coping. That's where we're at. We're not gonna go backwards. We're gonna go forwards. So I think we've like hit every bargaining nail that we can think of on the head. If anyone else wants anything we didn't talk about, please
yeah.
put in the comments. We're asking you guys to comment. No one's commenting.
Comment.
We're gonna start commenting and start our own conversation
We
together.
comment on it.
All right. Yeah. Comment on it, please. We
No,
want your input.
my
Don't have
favorite-
to. We're not begging. But like.
I don't know. We're not begging. Like, please. Please. Please.
My praise kink is like not doing well right now.
I can't. No, my favorite thing is when I see like the left tomatoes and it's like the man coming on it like fire. I'm like, bitch. Fire
I don't
fire
find my own shit. Are you kidding me?
This is so good. And it's like Lux GTR, like amazing job for the girl. It's
I have 5 Instagrams. I'm commenting on every page. You get at least 5 comments, shares, likes.
so much.
Who's gonna do it but me?
You never got me, but like I got me.
You guys could got me like I got me. You wanted to.
We are
the Good Grief Girlies.